What's going on, boys? How you doing? Turkey, Darsh, Andrew, other Andrew, Ginger, Ricky. What's going on, boys? Let's just get right into it. It's Friday. Had a little fun with the title. I hope TomTom makes an appearance today. I hope his 1300 Tesla puts worked out for his 1300 Tesla calls worked out for him. But wild day. What's up? How you doing, Devinder, sir? So basically, this is a very, very tough trading environment, as I'm sure anyone that's been trading for a while has seen. SPX. So let's just go into it. It's Friday already. On the weekly, we have a very clear uptrend from the March lows. And are we just putting in a bull flag and breaking out? It definitely looks that way right now. The market is very strong. Every bad headline is just eaten up by buyers. Every time they try to sell it off, they just rip it right back up. So right now you have to play the trend. You can't just keep forcing puts, forcing puts. Either sit cash and wait for the opportunity or play the calls. What's up, G Money? How you doing? HK, how you doing? It is very, very weird action, HK. Even the most experienced traders are getting kind of screwed over. I mean, if you look at the volume, again, I told you guys, sometimes volume does contract after a big capitulation period, big bottoming process, market bases, and then it slowly melts up on small volume, as you guys have seen over and over. I've gone over it on many post markets. You see the volume coming down while the market just melts up. So it's normal for it to do this. You can't just say, oh, it's low volume, so the rally's fake. It does this a lot of the time. And right now, we're just breaking through every high. So we ripped up 6 straight days. We bull flagged for one day, one day of consolidation. Yesterday, right back to the highs, and today, right through the highs. And closing at the high of the day, very, very strong action in the market. We're going to need some big, big news to take down this market. We had the death cross, and now we're the 50-day. If we keep going up, or even if we go sideways, the 50-day starts curling up. That means we're going back to all-time highs. But for right now, it's still curling down. So let's see what happens next week. I mean, this market's just up in the air. You guys seen today, there's a headline that was 5 days old, and we sold off like this. It's almost like they're just waiting to sell it off. Like everyone's sitting cash waiting to sell it off. We got a headline today about Saudi Arabia. Look at this reaction. And the market just bear flagged, bear flagged, bear flagged, sucked in all the bears into puts, and then all of a sudden just ripped up again. So let's see what happens next week. For right now, everything is looking bullish. Oh, QQQ closes a doji. Okay. I like that candle for the bears on QQQ, but SPY, man, we closed right at the high of the day. Looks like a hammer candle going into next week. Sure, Mr. Play. And QQQ, a little bit more of a doji, but we closed near the high of the day. More than if it closed the doji near the low of the day, I would have liked it a little bit more, but let's see. It's just like this candle here on March 21st. The next day we had a huge 2% ripper in QQQ. So we have to wait till next week. Still not too much direction. I mean, we are bullish. Obviously, the market's going up. You have to be bullish. But at the same time, volume is decreasing any day now. The thing with me about being too bullish, and I know a lot of people loaded long and they're making money and they're doing great. It's just too many headlines are possible right now. There's so much stuff going on. They do one bad headline, the market dumps so quickly. And so even if you are long, just protect yourselves, have a hedge. And that's about it. IWM still basing around here, still a bull flag. 190, 209.55, 210 area is the key to switch bullish. 190, 188 area to the downside is bearish. I was right, but I got clapped because the timing goes to show you it doesn't matter if your bias was right. Exactly, Matt. It's wild right now. There's lots of volatility, a lot of stuff going on. And it's just hard to play right now, honestly. You got to be a scalper. You can't really swing trade much. XLF was surprisingly strong today. So XLF on March 23rd, we basically went straight down in a line on XLF. Yesterday, completely sideways on XLF. And then today, XLF led the whole market. Like, that just tells you what kind of trading we're going through right now. It's tough trading, for sure. I mean, just make sure you stay liquid. You have cash for when the easy market comes, which it will come. It's not going to be like this forever. When the easy market comes, you have cash and capital to take advantage of it. You got the VIX here falling off a cliff, man. There's a 200-day SMA, which is at 2065. That's the last level left. We broke the 200-day EMA. 2065 is the 20-day SMA. This is the lowest the VIX has been since February 9th. And let's just keep watching. Let's see if it holds this $20. So the only supports left on VIX is 2065, the 200-day SMA, and $20 flat. SPX, again, gave you guys the levels in the morning, played out to a T. First time we went to touch 45.45, easy shorts. I took AFRM up here, hit over 100% very easily intraday, and made the position free. So I'm sitting in there free. If the market goes down next week, I make more money. If it doesn't, then I'll just sell it for a little bit again. And again, just dumping. We just dumped right. Those headline came out. It didn't even care about these supports. Just dumped right through everything. Stopped right at 4,500 or 4,501. Bear flagged forever. Got everyone stuck in puts. And instead of breaking down, we ripped up. And then everyone's comfortable in calls because we broke the resistance. Nope. Right back down through support. Went and touched this next support at 45.15. And then ripped into the end of the day, but we did close below 45.45. So that's going to be my key number for Monday is 45.45. If we break above there, there's absolutely no reason to hold your shorts. That means the market's going higher. If we open below 45.45, use that number as a magic number next week. It's going to be very sticky. Clvr, so return of the pot stocks. Turkey's very happy. I know a lot of people are very happy. They're holding, not Turkey, but other people, they're holding bags from time ago on these things. If you guys looked at the Clvr at 2 p.m. that I pointed out, it was up 55% for the day. I know it's hard to buy up there. I'm not telling anyone that they should have bought there. But look what it did from 2 p.m. till close. It went up another 100% almost, guys. Clvr, so much volume. Look at the volume that came in this thing today. Where do you even see that kind of volume on this? Never ever in history have we had that much volume on Clvr. Closed above the 50-day, the weekly, closed above the 21-day, the monthly, not even close to the 8-day moving average. So very strong, a lot of volume, and look for pot stocks to follow through next week because there was a lot of volume on them. Dinesh, it says Tilray right here, bro. So Tilray, another weed stock, another highly shorted stock. If you guys look at the volume, this is just insane. Last time there was this much volume, I don't even think there was ever this much volume in Tilray either. There's a vote next week. If they pass that vote, weed will be legalized then it goes to the Senate. And here on Tilray, we're up 23% today. We were up 22% yesterday, so almost 50% in 2 days. If you guys gotten any after I posted that news yesterday, you're up over 60% total. So like, congratulations. Again, weed stocks are known to fail, so pick your exits wisely. But for right now, we've never seen this much volume, and I do expect it to follow through. There's no volume shelf all the way on Tilray until $10 flat. So I think Tilray has a chance to go right to $10. The 200-day is also at $10.65. So peel along the way. I mean, take your profits, but I mean, I would hold some if you have some. I have Ugrow, which is my favorite weed company. Obviously, it didn't spike as much as these ones, but this one actually is fundamentally strong, and I'm more comfortable holding this one long term. And as you guys see, even when the market wasn't acting right, even when weed stocks weren't running, Ugrow ran from 56%, whereas Tilray, the same one, ran 56% in the last 2 days. So basically it's the same thing, but if you guys want a solid fundamental company, it's definitely Ugrow over Tilray. If you want a short squeeze candidate that you're scared every 10 seconds, every dip, you're scared that it's going to dump right back down, then Tilray is the answer. Or Clvr, those are big squeeze companies. Snapchat completely faked me out yesterday, so I was charting last night. I seen this big resistance. It was like, look, beautiful inverse head and shoulders forming here on Snapchat. Growth was strong. Everything was going good. And we had a very clear neckline here. And if we got over this last bull flag highs, I was going to jump in calls. This morning, I got the alert. My chart rang, and that was the only time it went over it. So I jumped in calls. Went wrong on me. It was a light lotto. It was a Friday lotto. So again, if I call a lotto, it's a small amount of money. I don't really care if it goes to zero. It's complete lotto. We got a little bounce here, and you guys see perfect rejection off the VWAP. That told me it's done, and just came straight down. Other than that, I mean, the play was there. Everything was set up. Who knew that all of a sudden growth was going to reverse today, right? Out of all days. If you guys look at growth charts, they're all set up to run before today. SQ, beautiful bull flag. You have, what else? AFRM even, the one that we crushed. We'll go into this one after. But AFRM, they were all just big bounce off the lows and bull flagging. And the thing with these ones is on the weekly, all the MACDs look like they're trying to curl up. So not AFRM in particular, but if you look at Roblox, you see the weekly was, oh no, which one was I looking at last night? Anyways, it's the same kind of setup on all of them. So they just have big bounces off the bottom. They're bull flagging. Netflix was the same thing when I was looking yesterday. And let's see if we can follow through. Today it was weak, but let's see next week. The market ended very strong. So AFRM, I entered right at the morning. I got 110 puts right away. These ones went over 100% right away. Yeah, growth hit by TNX. So AFRM right off the bat hit it over 100%. Great play, whatever. Let's see next week if we continue down, because right now we do have the 8 days support, which is 41 and $40.50 is the 21 day. If we closed below there, we did go below there. We were almost in the money at one point today. We were below both the moving averages, but we closed above, which is not very good. But let's see Monday what happens. If we go right back below there, then very confident this one's coming right back down. If we hold it, it's just a bull flag that's going up. So I know I'm pretty like I've hit a lot of puts, but I'm still not confident that this market's going down just yet. Baba here. Baba is just a beautiful setup. So basically in the last 2 weeks on China, we put in a bottom, and not only did we put a bottom in, we moved up 70% on Baba. So obviously it needs some consolidation. 2 days of rest into previous support, which is, look at how strong this support is, guys. From December, from January, from end of January, February, and end of February was when it finally broke. When it broke, it turned into resistance, and then we just completely dumped. And then we got good news out of China. The Fed's gonna help the companies. They're ready for audits from America, so that'll help their growth in America. Big bounce, got through this key resistance, and now we're finding support back onto that previous support, which is beautiful. It's exactly what you want to see from a bottoming pattern. I went over this a couple days ago. We put in a low. Jesus Christ. We put in a low here, and then we put in a high, a lower high, and now we're looking for that higher low, and then we can change the trend back for the bulls. But for right now, is this the low? It might be. As long as we hold this support here at around 110, as long as we hold over 110 on Baba, we should go and make a new high compared to 124. So look for a move above 124 on Baba as long as this 110 holds. Other than that, it's the same pattern on PDD, same pattern on Baidu. You can take any of the China names and apply the same logic. So keep that in mind, and look for China to go on a run here. Tesla, not much today, completely sideways. Unfortunately for TomTom, we didn't get 1300 this week. Poor guy was so confident. Came in here to talk smack a lot, but Tesla is actually setting up for an explosion next week. Why do I say that? Why do I have it on here? I had the chart on here just for TomTom, but look at this. So huge run. We made a huge candle on March 23rd, which is a very obvious reversal candle on the daily. Instead of reversing down, we consolidated with an inside day, and now we're consolidating with a double inside day. So whether Tesla goes down on Monday or whether Tesla goes up on Monday, it's gonna be a big move. This thing's winding up for a big move here. So these are the levels for Tesla. This is very simple technical analysis when it's inside days. Basically, if it takes out today's high on Monday, which is 1022, if it gets over 1022, next level up is 1024.50, and the next level up is 1040. If it breaks underneath 997, next level down is 988, next level down is 976. The most simple technical analysis you can have. It's winding up and it's ready for a huge day. That's all I'm gonna tell. And there's a doji on it, so it's winding up for a huge day. Monday, Tesla is gonna be everyone's top focus. Go over cat here. Cat, very strong industrial name. People are running to these type of names. Why? The war on Russia. There's going to be, even if you're thinking ahead, when the war is over, what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to rebuild cities. They're going to have to rebuild countries, you know? So the stocks that you want to look at is cat. Technically, it's a little bit extended. I mean, the RSI is hot. I wouldn't touch it up here. But at the same time, there is a catalyst coming up for it, as you guys know. Biden has the infrastructure bill as well. I don't know where he's at with that. I haven't heard from that in a while. But we're just riding the 8-day moving average up. If it loses the 8-day moving average at 220.58, it's a short. If it stays up here, it can just keep rising. It can go sideways, consolidate, and keep rising. So let's see what happens with CAT. Another one to watch is this DE. Same type of play. Look at this. Insane. Same thing with X. Same thing. This is steel. Same thing with CLF. So you can keep all those on watch. When the war ends, there's going to be a lot of infrastructure to rebuild. And we'll do one more rig. So that big missile strike on Saudi Arabia this morning was a huge catalyst for oil in general. So rig is an oil company. As soon as it hit, you guys could see a rig just started going nuts. Call flow started coming in quick. I played this one in the past. I didn't really like how the options move, so I didn't play it today. But look at the volume that came in. As soon as they bombed Saudi Arabia, big call options came in, grinded higher all day. On the daily, not really seeing too much. Looks like a bull flag breakout. I mean, other than that, big day. Let's see if it can follow through back to all-time highs of 555. The next level on rig I would give it probably is at 514. If it gets over 514, it's going right back to all-time highs. But if it loses today's low, then it's going to be back in a downtrend. That's all it is. It's a high, higher low. Now, if it doesn't go and take out this 556, then it's not going to keep its bull trend, basically. I just did rig, Ginger. But other than that, TNX is popping off. All the yields are popping off. This is usually not healthy for the market, guys. Obviously, equities are still running. It's kind of inexplicable, but it is what it is. I sent a chart in the group as well. What was it? So 2000 right here is the dot-com crash when TNX peaked up here. 2008 right here. 2007-8 financial crisis is right here when yields topped out. Here is 2018 when they raised rates right here. And right now we're right above that resistance line as well. So every single natural crisis that's happened in the last 10 years is shown on this TNX chart. And right now we are right at that crisis line. So let's see where the market goes from here. Bonds as well. I know a bunch of you guys are newer traders. You don't know about bonds, but bonds are showing a big red flag, guys. Bond traders, first of all, bond traders are much smarter than equity traders. They usually anticipate stuff much before. And if you guys look at this, this is the worst bond sell-off there's been in a long, long time. So let's see what happens. This is the last time they sold it off during COVID. When was 2016 they sold off hard. 2000, where was, let's see, the financial crisis. It's not even going back there. But yeah, just keep an eye on the market. Obviously very bullish. Be long if you want to. But just keep one foot out the door, in my opinion. There's going to be something coming. It might be news. It might be in the form of news. It might be in the form of a black swan event. It might be in the form of something else. But just be aware that there is weakness in the market, underlying the market, I should say. And equities will reflect that sooner or later. And thank you guys.